Breaking news from the National Assembly. The Senate has officially unsealed the office of Senator Natasha Akpotiudugan, granting her access back into the National Assembly premises. This marks a major turn in a months-long standoff between Natasha and Senate leadership. But what does this mean for her future, and what battles still lie ahead? Let's break it all down. On Tuesday, security officials led by the Sergeant-at-Arms unsealed Natasha's office, Suite 205 in the Senate wing. This means she can now enter the National Assembly again, a move seen as a step toward ending the impasse between her and Senate President Godswill Akpabio. With Senate plenary scheduled to resume on October 7th, this development paves the way for Natasha to return to her legislative duties. Let's rewind. Back in March 2025, Natasha was suspended for 6 months after protesting the reassignment of her Senate seat. Leadership accused her of misconduct and violating Senate rules. The suspension barred her from all activities, her salary, and even access to her office. But the story didn't end there. Natasha went to court, and in July, Justice Bintan Yako of the Federal High Court ruled that suspending a senator for 6 months was unconstitutional, stressing that it left her constituents without representation. The court ordered her recall. Yet despite that ruling, Senate leadership stood firm, insisting she serve out her full suspension term. Now, according to report, yesterday's leadership meeting of the Senate paved the way for this new development. Sources say that when plenary resumes, a motion will likely be moved by Minority Leader Abba Moro for Natasha to apologize before the chamber, a condition tied to her full reintegration. This shows that while her office is open, her smooth return to the chamber may still depend on a political settlement inside the Senate. The legal battle also intensified this month. Natasha's lawyer, Michael Jonathan Numa, SAN, wrote to the clerk of the National Assembly, demanding her recall. The letter warned of contempt charges, breaches of the peace, and even personal legal action against officials if she wasn't allowed to return. The clerk responded, saying his office couldn't override the Senate's decision, stressing that it's purely up to the lawmakers themselves. This tug-of-war between the courts, Senate leadership, and Natasha's team highlights the blurry lines between law and politics in Nigeria's legislature. So, what happens next? With her office now unsealed, Natasha is expected back at the National Assembly on October 7th when plenary resumes. But her actual return to full participation may hinge on whether she apologizes and whether Senate leadership accepts her back without further conditions. For her constituents in Kogi Central, this means the possibility of finally having their voice restored on the Senate floor, after more than 6 months of silence. This case is about more than just one senator. It's about the balance of power between lawmakers, the courts, and the people they represent. Natasha Akpotiudugan's fight is a test of Nigeria's democratic processes, and it's far from over. What do you think? Should Natasha apologize to regain her seat, or should the court ruling be enough? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more verified political updates.